welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend, tell a friend. All right, so on the docket today, this is our TLC Friday. First up, we have the family Chantel, season 4, episode 4, No Ninos, no or Niñas. Okay, Jamal.
Yeah, they should not be trying to have children right now. I agree with Pedro.
But I don't believe that they're not like bumping and grinding.
That's a lie.
This is all manufactured.
That's a lie.
Like,
about 3 months.
But here's the thing: I'm not buying a house with somebody that I'm not getting along with.
Right, and he talking about it's been 3 months. Get the fuck out of here.
Not with her looking like that.
Right.
They've always had a chemistry. And remember in episode 1 when they were out in the yard and she had on her little pom-pom shorts and you saw how he went up behind her.
Right. Come on now.
Really? Okay. Sure. And every time they have a fight, either him or her, they're actually like fighting a smile.
Right.
Anywho. Okay. So brief summary, Chantel is putting together a housewarming party for her family to come over. He has a couple of issues. One, doesn't understand what is a housewarming party. And then 2, he feels like if we're having issues, I don't want to be fake in front of other people, which I can get. Let's see. Back in DR, we have the pageant going on. It's pageant day. Pedro has not called Nicole to offer any sort of support. And basically, she has some twisted ideas on what's going to happen when she wins this. Stupid. All right. So basically, at the party, we find out Winter has lost 15 pounds and post-op, everything is going great. She's put her Nigerian boyfriend on hold because of perfume and because he asked her to buy him a phone. We find out that River has shaved off all of his hair, looks much better now, and has moved into a new apartment. And we also find out that Chantel and Pedro aren't ready for kids, but the family is picking up on the tension between the two of them, which is palpable. Back in DR, Nicole makes the top 10, but loses out at top 5. So she's booted. She cries. Lydia sits there, is completely disappointed in her, and then goes on to fat shame all of the winners. Good on you, Lydia.
Right? I was like, whoa.
And last but not least, we round off this mess of a show with Alejandro with more lines in his hair than I have ever seen anyone ever have in their life, and more earrings, and like it was when he was in that bathroom at the Dominican airport, putting lipstick on a pig with the amount of perfume he was putting on.
Oof.
And going straight to her office and knew exactly what door to go into. Is that a real office? Okay, never mind. And he makes a surprise visit to go and get his woman. That is the end of this bullshit. Jamal, these people need better writers. Last season, I was so invested.
Yes.
I was so invested and suckered in. And this season, I'm just not having it. I'm pissed.
You know what this reminds me of? Her in the contest. This reminds me when Tamara OC won her fitness contest.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, though. What threw me with the contest, in her confessional, she's like, when I win this, Chantel can kiss my ass. What Chantel got to do with you winning a contest, girl?
Right. Zero. Nothing.
Made no sense to me. Made no sense. Hi, everybody in the chat. Hello. Welcome.
I'm going to give her credit, though. She looked good. She spoke well. It's just
Wait, we heard her talk?
Well, when she said Valverde, I'm like, okay, good job, girl. So she
Wait,
spoke
was
well.
that her say Valverde?
Yes, remember? They were introducing the where they're from, like they do, yeah,
She said Valverde. Okay.
yeah. Valverde. I'm like, you said that with confidence. All right, good job. And she was confident, kind of. And I'm not mad at her because she's a pretty girl, but it's just, man, this is Miss Dominican Republic. I think they be winning Miss World and Miss Universe. I mean, let's be honest. They don't play down there with the passions. They don't play.
Yeah. It's a big thing. They were correct. It's a big thing to be Miss your country in the Caribbean. It is a big thing. But those pageants, they're not going to be on the level that we see Miss USA and Miss America here. They just don't have the funding. But the winners of those competitions do go off to Miss Universe and Miss World. So it is great opportunities for them. They do get prizes. And I know in Barbados, I think they used to get tuition money. And it's a lot of exposure, you know. If you're into journalism, it could be a great, stepping stone for you. But yeah, I just don't see Nicole. I don't think she would have done anything with that if she had won. And if she had won, it would have been a bullshit competition for me. So by her not winning, I think it was a normal competition. That's so shady.
Right. No, I get you.
But what did you think about what Chantel said to Pedro? Chantel lost me when she was like, you need to be grateful because I brought you here.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah.
Wrong road.
Very wrong road.
How much liquor was in the sangria? Because my sangria don't be that strong. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And I thought it was disrespectful. But anywho, he said that she's not equipped to be a parent.
Well, no, he said mentally she's not prepared to be.
He said something else too. Before he said the mentally.
Yeah, he said for her mentally, but he said emotionally we are not prepared.
I didn't like that first word that he has said. Because he said emotionally. He self-corrected when he said the emotional. It was the first one.
It was the mentally, yes.
That was with the second. There was a first one. Oh,
no,
God.
mentally was first. Mentally was first. I remember
it was mental,
it caught it caught me off guard.
I didn't like that.
No.
I didn't like that at all. Y'all, if he had said financially, we aren't ready for a kid, I would have agreed with that, because when you just buy a house, it does put a dent in your finances.
Right.
Because you put the down payment down, you've got all these additional expenses that you didn't have with your rental, and then inevitably something goes wrong.
Always.
You have to pull out of pocket within the first 6 months. So I didn't like that.
I didn't like him calling her lazy either. I'm like, excuse you?
But he's a pig. Their other apartment, they're where they just moved from, it was small. Everything had a place, but it wasn't spotless. Like,
right.
Neither one of you know how to keep a house. Let's just call a thing a thing.
Right.
If he's saying, like, I think he was trying to say, like, look, I held you down for all of these years. Now I want the same back in return now that I'm starting this new career. I could get him for that. I would be on point with him for that. Although I'm not sure why he decided not to go to school too, because last season didn't he say that it was now
Right.
his turn to go to school?
Yep.
Okay.
And then magically real estate came into the picture.
Mhm. How old are they now? They should be pushing 30, right?
Like I think Chantel's 29.
I just wish the writer that created last season was on this season.
Right.
Cuz it's a shame that the only thing I liked from the housewarming segments was Mama Karen's boots.
True. And River's haircut. And Winter looked phenomenal in the confessional.
She actually looked phenomenal at the party
Yeah,
because
that
my
confessional.
god, her face contoured down like that 15 pounds was amazing.
Right.
It's making me rethink. Like I want back the contour. I found one of my very old passports and I was cut. My cheekbones were there. Right now they're covered in several layers of fluff, but I had beautiful sculpted cheekbones at one point.
For real.
It was just
No, I feel
like,
you.
wow, she looked amazing. Yes, her confessional was
Gorgeous.
wonderful, but here's why I'm not even that amazed at the confessional, because that's a later date. She's just a few weeks out,
Right.
like a few weeks out and 15 pounds down. What a difference
Hmm.
that makes for her. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Hold on, let's see. She's probably doing 12-hour shifts at least. She's tired. Why out of all of a sudden he's expecting her to be perfect housewives? Yes,
Yeah.
Yanni. But again, this goes back to the lazy story writing
Right.
and trying to put those gender roles on people. She is working an 8 to 12 hour shift if she's at a hospital, which I think she said she
Mm.
was, right?
Yeah, she was.
So why can't you help? It didn't hurt you before to help when she was holding down school and a job. Why are you expecting this all to be on her? And then when she says that she is trying to do it, you criticize everything that she does.
That's why I don't believe. That's why I don't believe this storyline this season. It's very produced and very forced.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
it's a whole change in tone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here's why I really think they're tempting the devil with this. Don't I know it's just a show, but I think you're speaking this into the universe, this bad
Yes.
marriage thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion. Yes, she does love wearing the boots. Hey, Black Lavender. Hey, Yanni. Hey, Susan. Hey, Viva. Who else is in here? Hello, everybody who's joining us today. Hey, Ava. Hello, hello. Um, I think I would be liking this more if I just didn't feel so betrayed from last year.
I mean, for sure. I mean, but this is lazy stuff though, because it's a whole flip. It's a whole tone
Mm-hmm.
change. They're fighting out of nowhere. Like he's mad. He's still mad from the DR. You get out of here. I just don't believe it. That's all. I'm just not.
Yanni
I mean,
said,
I can't make myself believe this.
yeah. Yanni says, eventually you run out of lies. His dad abandoned meeting his brother was a great storyline, yet it was super fake. He had a relationship with his brothers for years.
But we didn't know
Yeah.
that until after the season though. That
Yeah.
was the thing.
Someone didn't do the social media cleanup before this.
Correct.
Great that it didn't come out until after the season or like right until the very end, because I think
Very
it was
end.
like the last episode when all of it came out, and I was suckered.
I
I'm
was
not
too.
gonna lie, I was suckered. And even afterwards, when we found out the truth, it was still a great storyline.
Right.
This just isn't as good.
No, no, no. Like if it wasn't such a shift of attitude and tone, but for both of them, we would believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is it wasn't gradual. It was like boom,
Mm-hmm.
we fighting out the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all go from having fun and okay, let's go back. You go in episode 1, you go back
Mhm,
from having fun in the yard doing yard work, like making
mhm,
plans.
mhm,
He's pumping up against Chantel, and all of a sudden
mhm.
y'all mad at each other. Okay, that's a real quick shift.
Well, they were talking about trouble, like a shift in Pedro's attitude in episode 1, which I thought
Hmm.
was understandable because you did that whole trip to the DR. It didn't work out as planned. So now you're back. You've had to move. You're changing career. Like it's a lot. Like my attitude was shift. Like if Amazon doesn't deliver my box where it needed to be delivered and I got to go all the way downstairs to the lobby looking for my fucking box, my attitude shifts for just Amazon. All right. So I can understand there was a lot of upheaval in his life.
Hmm.
I'm still trying to understand the storyline. I'm still trying to go with it. But what you're not going to tell me is that I just don't like we're having problems in our marriage.
Right.
And wait, is he coming up on 5 years of being married to her?
Yes, I believe it's 5 years.
So he could apply for citizenship.
True.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. You should do this after you get the citizenship,
Right.
not before. Hold on. Oh, that was a quick jump. Okay. Let's see who else is in here. What else happened? Okay, so she lost Nicole,
Right.
which was expected.
Correct.
Uh, so bad of me, but it was expected. Um, so what? Pedro didn't call you. You're not the most supportive sibling ever in life.
And you're not going, and you're not on the best of terms. So what did you expect?
Exactly. Hey, Nise. Hey, Heidi. Welcome, welcome. He has other things going on. You know, I didn't care. You had your other family there. You had your mom.
Yeah.
Um, what's the big whoop? What'd you think about Alejandro coming? Do you think they ever broke up?
No.
Okay. He's still
Never.
married though, right? Because he's waiting for his 5 years so that he could get his citizenship.
Right.
Okay. So I'm just gonna throw this out there because you know that I go off on tangents with these stupid shows. Do you think that this is a real job that she has? Because if it was, how come we haven't seen the name of the company
No.
to promote them? I think this is like a warehouse space or like a shared office space, and they've rented out a cubicle or two,
Right.
and they've hired this chick to sit in the room with her, and they're talking. And how did he know where to go? Like
He knew
I could
exactly where to go.
understand exactly. He didn't
He
ask
didn't have to look up
anybody,
anything.
where's Nicole's office? Can you
He didn't have to
show
look up
me?
anything.
No, no. And I don't see any company allowing a international film company to film their office space and not show their logo.
Right.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Honestly, Viva, I didn't start watching until last season. Didn't care for them in 90 days. Oh, you didn't like them in 90 days? I could see that. She really put everything on him when they were back on 90 days. She lied. It all goes back to that initial lie to her parents.
Right.
Completely. Hold on. I cried. He was heartbroken, I believe, Pedro. Oh. Hmm. I need a scandal this season or a fight or both. Oh my God. You did? I don't know. I think they need to pace themselves with scandals or fights.
Right.
um Pedro got the real estate job, nice clothes. He like he like held with everything else, and he learned to drive.
Right? He
Cause
got Betsy,
wasn't that last season like he was learning or something?
something like that. He got Betsy now.
Uh-huh. He could have done 2.5 years as if you get divorced or any other way of getting a green card. What? I thought you had to wait 5 years to get the citizenship. I'm not sure. Wait. Given in year 2, 5 years as if you get divorced or any other way of getting a green card. Okay. Okay. I'm not up on all of that now. No, they didn't break up. You think they're still together? Y'all think that they planning for baby in next season?
Of course.
Ugh. Okay. Okay. Pedro didn't seem like he knew what he was talking about when he was showing off the house. Yet he really does, but that comes with practice. That comes with years of experience on what to do. And he needs a really good mentor, like a shark real estate agent to show him all the ins and outs. I mean, he's in a great city, Atlanta. If he's selling Atlanta, he's going to have to do a lot better. Maybe that'll work for the suburbs, but if he's going to get into the metro Atlanta real estate market, he's going to have to do a lot better. I think he has an advantage because he's multilingual. But I don't know. I just think he needs a mentor to really groom him to become a great real estate agent. He failed many times his driving test. He was bad at driving. Whoops. His new first love is the car. He's like Pinky who? He's still slipping and saying Pinky. That's how I know that it's not for real. Their disagreement. He's still slipping and calling her Pinky. I don't think Pedro and Chanel are a great match. She gives airhead like Yoo-hoo. Anybody home? Oh, Viva! Oh my god. I think they're a cute match. If you're married once, you get your final green card in 18 months. You can apply for citizenship. 5 years is only if you divorce or you get a green card through work or something else. Okay, so he does have to wait the 5 years for the citizenship. Okay.
If they get divorced.
No.
Once you because what she's saying is, if you get married, once you get your final green card,
Uh-huh.
once he gets his green card, in 18 months he can apply for citizenship.
Oh, so it has changed. My mother had to wait 7 years before she could apply for citizenship.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but that was back in like late 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Now it's 5 years if you get divorced or get the green card through work or something else.
That's amazing. Like they put you through a lot back then.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He could have got it a while ago.
Interesting. Now we have to look because, of course, they're going to go back down to the Dominican Republic. At least we saw her doing it. 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. And that my mother was married before she came here to an American citizen. So he just decided that we were moving to the States. So we came. So my mother went through the process. But yeah, she had to wait 7 years to get her citizenship. I got my paperwork went through right away because I was a minor, but that was way back then. And I didn't expect any of those rules to still, because I knew there was a change. Because my cousin had to wait 5 years. My cousin had to wait 5 years. That was one of those favor marriages.
Right.
My mother, but oh God, yeah. So I'm very dated when it comes to that. Could have done citizenship a long time ago. Okay, gosh, this is crazy. But yeah, what did you think about Lydia and berating the other contestants? But did you see her head when she realized that Nicole didn't get through?
Right.
They showed her that she was like, oh,
Yep.
she can't do nothing right.
But what do you expect from Lydia?
But going in, like, hold up. Why would you say that they had hips and butts? Like they've never. Some of
Right.
the nicest looking curvaceous women come from the Latin countries.
Right.
Miss Venezuela, she's never a stick figure. Miss Colombia, bam, bam, boom. Like what? Dominican Republic, like
Yeah.
they're not sticks. And I think it was a well balanced bunch of contestants. I didn't see anybody with any sort of distended
No.
hips or ass. What was she talking about?
She was just mad her daughter didn't win. That's all it was.
But she should have known that walking in like the rest of us.
Well, yes, that's her mother though.
But this is Lydia though. Lydia who puts $1 before her children.
Right.
We all know she placed bets and she won that her child wasn't winning.
Yeah,
Let's
for sure.
just call a thing a thing. She is harsh and she calls a spade or a charlatan.
Charlatan.
Charlatan. Okay, hold on. Nicole is not ugly, but not even top 10. Did they have 11 contestants and not having an ass for a Latina is tragic? Okay, I think they had 14 or 15 in the full contestant pool.
Right.
Nicole is not ugly aesthetically. It's just inside that's ugly.
Right. But she's like the winner of Miss Dominican Republic goes on to Miss Universe. So you're not going to that's a whole different level.
I just think her participation on this show might have sunk her.
I think the throwing of the glass in the hotel may have dampened her chances a little bit.
Oof, oof. And what happened to the week before where Lydia was saying, you should have been arrested. And now all of a sudden everybody's a fat cow.
Right.
Oh my God. So top 10 was understandable. 15. She has to be okay. No, Nicole is like a string bean. I'm just not anything disparaging against Nicole or string beans, but she has a very slim, trim figure. Right. I would like to see her once she has a baby. She might fill out because Lydia has wonderful soft curves. I love Lydia's figure. I'm just thinking that once Nicole has a baby, she'll fill out.
Right.
Oh dear. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. I don't know. This episode was a hot mess.
It really was.
A hot mess. Okay. Sorry, I lost my place in the chat, y'all.
Right.
Mine is jumping. I think I'm not going fast enough. But yeah. Let's see. No ass at all. Oh, how is she top 10? So anything else regarding this show?
No. I mean, we have about 5 minutes left on this show. So let's drop the link for Miss Ava to give her a quick little 5 minutes.
Okay, hold on. There you go. Oh, I have nothing there. I am so out of it today. Aren't you glad it's Friday, holiday weekend?
Right.
I hope all of you have lots of good plans. Be safe this weekend. Do not blow off any appendages.
I don't do fireworks ever.
I look at them from a distance.
Yeah, I'd be the person who would like blow his hand off or something. Mm-mm. That's why I don't smoke. The whole hand-eye lighter coordination, no, it's not gonna work.
Okay, so you don't smoke because of hand-eye coordination, not
Yeah.
because of lung cancer or anything like that.
Oh, it's too hot. It's too hot to kill myself. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of money to kill me. I'm sorry.
Cigarettes are expensive. You know what I can do with that? Like
Like,
food?
and you when I see people like, yeah, I smoke a pack a day. Excuse you? Based on the prices, that's like what $80 a week, which turns into like $300 a month, 320. I can't do that.
Wow.
Not
Wow.
kill. Not and kill me. No.
Mm-mm. That could go to a lot of like
And then they don't want to. When they don't have no
McDonald's.
money, they don't. They don't get the cheap cigarettes. They'll borrow money to buy a cigarette. I'm like, excuse you.
Oh, I made a policy a very long time ago. I don't loan anyone money for cigarettes or narcotics or anything like that. Sorry. I'll buy you some McDonald's.
Oh, for real.
I'll buy you some McDonald's and get some for myself.
All right, we can have a
Okay.
Big Mac and some nuggets.
Yeah. Well, unless no, only you can get a Big Mac or nuggets if it's on special, but we're doing dollar menu if I'm treating. We're just gonna give up on you, Miss Ava.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Hi. I just got back from the beach. It was too damn hot.
Oh, nice.
It was too damn hot. It's 90 something degrees outside. Anyways, I
Oh.
just want to discuss this show is garbage this season. I can't even watch it. It's absolute garbage. I
Oh
don't
yeah, for
know.
real.
I don't even know how you watching it. I'll be in there 5 minutes. I said, I got some laundry to do. Let me go make some. Like, I just can't even be bothered. And then I be going back and the credits are down. I'm like, oh, the hour's gone already?
Oh my
I mean,
god.
it's easier to watch it because we know it's fake, and I'm not expecting anything. And I don't watch it when it comes on. I watch it on the app, so that saves me a cool 15 minutes.
Right, but I think they're doing the Real Housewife of Atlanta curse, where you starting to make money now because I'm sure their salary is finally in the 6 digits, and so now we want to have sloppy storyline and
Mm,
earn our paycheck.
mm,
But at least they're investing their money wisely. They're buying real estate, and she bought the small Louis Vuitton Neverfull.
right.
Still a ripoff, but I digress. But at least they invested their earnings into real estate, so I can't
Well,
be mad at them.
listen, they need new managers. That's the only kind of house you can buy after all that ripping and rant. Listen, I know y'all don't all agree with me and my rich, fabulous luxury lifestyle that I want to see on television, but I can't just be seeing cul-de-sacs, middle income houses. I can't. Like,
But,
girl, like I need to see a house.
I don't expect rich on this show. I just don't. It's
That's true.
TLC. It's
I
Yeah.
don't
TLC.
expect rich, but there would have been no way I would have been on national television and living in that treehouse. There would have been no way.
I've seen worse.
I lived in
I'm
one,
actually look. I've seen worse. And
but did you see that on TV? Unless it was an episode of Hoarders.
well, look at their counterparts that are trying so desperately to be them and follow the Chantel rule. Elizabeth and her Moldovan, Andre. Um, what are they living in? Foreclosures that are owned by her daddy, and they fighting and throwing punches and carrying on like hood rats, and they still can't get the Chantel formula down.
True, but that's why we listen. Again, it's Atlanta. I don't understand why there isn't a gay sibling, but I'm gonna leave that alone because I think. Listen,
Oh my god!
no, listen. If there's one place I'm not dating no man from, it's Atlanta. I don't care if you black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican. If you live in the Atlanta area, no. No. You will not be, not unless you're unless I'm your beard and I'm getting paid because you got family that don't like it. Absolutely not.
I don't know. Maybe eventually we'll see a cousin.
Well, I liked Royal. I was here when Royal and Anjanette was here because Royal was telling lies and bullshit. That was the best make-believe brother they could have ever brought on this damn show.
Wait, not the make-believe brother. Oh my God.
Debbie, let's be honest. How you get married and your brother ain't never been on the show, even if he was in the background and we just saw his back.
Wasn't he in the military or something?
He was, and they had issues. They weren't getting along. And remember, we touched on that. We're like, well, how did they get you to be on the show when you don't like none of them?
Because he's broke. He gonna need. He might come back because they just had a baby, and we saw him struggling. You saw the house they was living in. You know, you saw the upstairs, downstairs trailer they were living in, and no shade to the trailers, but that's what it was.
Yeah, I agree. He probably needed money because he don't like none of them.
But this is the thing: you're in the military. Aren't there good benefits in the military? Like, I don't get how people in the military and broke. I really am perplexed.
Well, it depends if they just how you left. We don't know how he left.
He was still in the military, no?
No, he was working. I looked up some of the stuff. He was working somewhere in Texas. And then I was like, that's weird. Like, you seem to be doing cool in Texas. You don't like your family, but you don't come back just to do this show. It's odd. So that's what. And like, where's your job? It didn't make sense. So then they don't like each other. So he left.
It depends on rank.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't in the military for too long, he probably didn't get up in rank.
Really? Because all the men I talk to in the military is having nice type of change. Ching. Every military man I know, I love it when he gets his paycheck because we go shopping and we splurge.
But like I said, it depends on like your rank and how long you're there.
Ain't no shame. Look, these are the shoes I got from my last date.
Oh, cute. Very nice.
Because I've decided I'm not dating for free anymore, but that's a whole nother topic.
I'm
not dating for free no more. I ain't got time for it. I ain't with the peasant lifestyle.
Okay, so hold on. Yanni says, not if you leave the military. You get partial benefits and retirement only for the person you need to out in the year. What? For the person you need to out in the years. For full benefit is...
Probably 20 years.
20 years. Okay. He was in military, but he left. Okay. So you really have to like put in your time plus rank to get full benefits and actually go into retirement and just not leave.
But when you're in the military, you get a housing allowance, right? They'll pay for you to go to school. So even if you're in the military for 4 years, you should have been able to get an associate's degree and saved your money up. Like, I'm not I need y'all to let, because I'm really not understanding.
Yeah, but maybe he was in the military but wasn't married, because don't you get a boost in salary when you get married if you're in the military? So if he was single
but when you're in the military, you can get very good home loans. So again, like, I don't understand it. Like, please, I'm not trying to be rude to people. I'm really trying to grasp how you have all these benefits and you don't take
them. I don't know. Only Royal can explain that. Well, wait a minute. What if he was dishonorably discharged? Do you still get benefits then?
What I'm saying is, he said he was in the military.
Oh, Royal is. Look at this. Yanni says anyone that does 2 to 5 years leave with no benefit at all other than VA.
Stupid. But he said he's been in the military for a while. I thought he said 10 years, or am I just taking that wrong? Because he's older than Chantel, so that makes him to be like 31, 32.
Hold on. Nikki Anthony says the guy in the swinger show who has 2 women living with him was military. That's why he doesn't have to work. Good loans if you have good credit.
Yes,
That's a
because
lot
the
of factors.
military, you don't have to put anything down. Because my friend just bought, and you get a great loan, a great APR.
Okay, the more education you get, the more years you need to stay after the school to pay for it.
But if you go into the military, isn't it you go 4 years and then the GI Bill pays for you to go to school?
I think it's only if you go to a military academy.
If
But
you get discharged, you get nothing.
what about people who do, what's the weekend one called?
National
Reserve.
Guard. Oh,
National Guard or
sorry.
reserve. One of the
Yeah,
two.
reserve. No, it's
Yeah.
reserve. Yeah.
So people do that though, and they go to college. So clearly there's some benefits. So you think that he was there less than 2 years?
I thought you had to commit to 4 years.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Yeah.
too. You had to do 4 years.
4 years. But if you leave after 4 years, I don't see anything other than VA and maybe GI Bill so that you can go like at least get an associate's degree or something.
But if you have a GI Bill, you should be able, if they're paying for school, you should be able, if you're with the military 4 years, to have saved up. To, you know, I'm not under. I'm really, because school is it, because he can go to any school. He can go to school that's 60. You know, you don't have like us go to a school that's 4,000 or 5,000 a year.
Okay, so Yanni says they have a special bank for the military that offer better loans, but you still need to have a good job and good credit.
Because he said he was going to tech school. He said he was going to vocational school for computers. And I just thought that was odd because he was in the military.
Military is no place to work if you have skills. And you can use the GI Bill at any university.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, free college degree. Okay, so wait. You get a free college degree and VA in 4 years. That's it.
That's
it.
a lot.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
For considering, as long as you get your degree in something that will make some money, yeah.
And if he gets a government job, he can buy back his military time. I didn't even know that.
So what's like, I don't understand. Here's why I say that. I think it's very foolish for him to be as broke as he is, bringing a woman from the Philippines.
Nikki has something else here. Look up the salary for military specialists, which is a sergeant. It's painfully low.
How much is it?
They started $32K.
But what? Is that married or unmarried?
No, that's just what it is. It doesn't matter.
It so what's the matter. I thought then? You get a bonus if you get a higher pay grade if you're married. Is that a lie?
Okay, here's what it is. Okay, U.S. Army E5 sergeant yearly base is 31 to 44.
But what are the other benefits you get? Because they get a housing allowance and things like that.
Or you could live on base. I think if you live on base, you get housing, but if you live off base, you get the housing allowance.
Yeah. Well, I know my friend was a reserve and he used to get a housing allowance. And he used to work at the airport. And he always had money. So I'm really not under, but I do know he would only do the reserves partial, and then he would work someplace else when he wasn't doing that. You get it?
GI Bill is you get either the home loan or school, not both. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that's
okay.
Good.
Well, if you have a skill set, does the army pay for like certifications? So say you go to the army and you want a certification, I guess it would depending on your rank.
Okay, so hold on. They have soldiers and they have all sort of military personnel with degrees, master's, PhD. They have doctors, engineers, dentists, accountants, lawyers too. Mm-hmm. Like if you go in with like your West Point degree, you go in at a higher rank. You don't go in like as a private, right? So at a higher rank, you get more benefits and more salary.
Well,
Then you have like JAG. Those are the lawyers.
Mhm.
Then you got like the medical people who are like
because
doctors,
I know the
nurses, and stuff like
professors
that.
were paid well. At least in my school, the ROT professors
Mhm.
were paid well. They were
Yeah.
paid like 95 to 100, and I went to school in the sticks.
Okay, so veterans usually have preferential consideration for government jobs. Let me tell
That's
you,
great.
for all jobs, if
Yeah.
you list that you're a veteran, you get in preferred status. Let's
So
say
based on
that.
the Army, this is what it says. It says, in addition to salary bonuses, the Army provides military allowances to offset cost of living. Soldiers who live on an Army post receive military housing and meals for free. If your situation calls for you to live off post, the Army provides allowances for your housing and meals. Soldiers also receive allowances for clothing and official travel. So the Army gives you $200 per month for food, and the housing allowance. It says this army housing allowance is the second largest piece of compensation for most soldiers. Um, BAH rates are based on location, rank, and family status. So
Mm.
there's a lot of variables that
Mhm.
go into it. So since Royal was probably single while he was in the military, he probably was at the bottom of the
Yeah.
wage scale.
And he didn't stay very long.
Mm-mm.
And what did he do after besides go to the Philippines and hook up with Anjanetta?
Didn't he do like call center work, or am I just putting 10 on? Because that's what it seemed like to me.
Okay, so Nikki says, my father was a surgeon and served because he knew he could get rank because of his education. Then he left after 2 years and never used any benefits. If you can bank with USAA or Navy Federal Credit Union, you get better rates and higher probability of loan approval than at a regular bank or credit union. Yes, that is true. My brother-in-law was retired with 22 years with full benefits. He has few degrees plus the money he didn't use for school was given to him to be used for his children's college. Wow.
So it's a great benefits, but you're giving like you're giving your
You got to
service.
put in your time.
You gotta do it.
But this is the thing. Why can't Royal do it? Instead of sitting here talking about everybody so ignorant, go because now I'm not trying to shame nobody, but he could use to run a few laps. Now, I know you don't talk about 90 Day. Listen, I know you're doing the Paradise one.
Uh-huh.
I can't watch that show. That helmet hair that black man is wearing, it's too much for me. It's too much. I'm stopping the show, trying to figure out where the man weave starts and his recessive hairline ends. It's too much. And then, okay, I don't know if I'm watching the same thing,
Uh-huh.
but I don't understand why the black men on this show like to look so stupid.
Oof. Frankie did look stupid. Frankie is the dumbest out of all of them. Valentine, I don't know. I was kind of on his side this episode.
We'll talk about that later. But
yeah,
I know you don't talk about 90 Day Fiance, but I do want. I don't know if y'all been watching it. I take it not.
I've been in and out.
Okay. I really need to know, and this is for the white people in the chat. I'm really confused about something, particularly with Ariana and Emily. Maybe there's something culturally I'm missing. I don't understand how your daughter can come home pregnant with a Dusty from the continent, and you sit here and think this Dusty man with no job prospects is going to sit here and be able in a country where you need plenty of education and be able to provide for these children. I also want to know is why the women on this show think they know better. What this ownership of the children is baffling to me. I hear a lot of my children because let's keep a spade a spade. Your child is not going to go through the same life experience as you. Your child is a different race between you and your spouse, especially Emily. I'm not understanding it.
Nikki has a response for you. She says that they have no parenting skills. Emily is a spoiled brat. I can agree with that.
But why isn't her father why isn't her father checking? Well, you know what? As a biracial woman, what do you think of Emily?
I think she is spoiled. I think she's bullied her family throughout her life.
But no, what I'm saying is in regards of how the parenting of
Coben. Oh God. I feel like they're allowing Coben to run wild, and I'm not liking it. There is no parenting of that child. None.
But
he runs wild, period.
Because she says something in these I was listening to something she said. She said, I know how I want to raise my son, and I'm going to raise my son that way. Because you are of biracial, I think it's very dangerous the way she puts a negative connotation on Africa. I think that's a dangerous mentality to have, because she said a few things and I've peeped it.
Jamal and I have, remember the first episode with her, we looked up the biggest Cameroonian community, and it was in Maryland. And we have been advocating from the beginning that he should move his child, and maybe Emily, if she want to come along, but his child to Maryland, just so that he can be around others of his culture. Because he needs to learn that, and he needs to accept it, but he also needs to know what it is to be a Black man growing up in America. I don't think he can learn that in Salina, or he'll wind up like both of her ex-boyfriends, probably in jail. I'm sorry. Or like that man sitting at the corner of the bar hiding. I don't know.
But there's just
Viva says, I'm white and these women do not represent us all. Correct.
But I'm just wondering if this is like, and I hate to say this, but there is a subculture of African men that behave like Binmia. There is a subculture of African men who are like Usman. You know, the users would like to play the submissive role with women. They like being submissive to women. So I'm just curious, because I've noticed a lot with the white woman, they tend to be in the more masculine form with the Black men. Is this a culture thing, or is this just bullshit they're making up?
I think with Emily, right? Because Nikki says the African is a project for them. Oh. So I think with Emily, remember he keeps on saying, when we were in China and I was paying for everything, she didn't behave like this. But now she is, I think, in her head saying, well, I'm in charge. And you over here because of me. And you ain't got a pot to piss in. Neither do I. But you ain't got a pot to piss in. And you're beholden to me. So I'm in charge. And I think that's what's going to her head. And I think she's back home on familiar ground within her family house, who she has railroaded, bulldozed over for her entire life. So she's just falling into old habits with anyone who seems to be in the way.
Okay, now last question I have for the white woman. As a culture, like say you were around somebody like Emily, would you shun her for, like, could Emily be around you? Because I'm trying to figure out how she has friends. Because there's a certain way I just will not allow somebody to talk to me. And Emily be real foul with everybody, is real. Like, is this just delusional? Like, I'm not understanding. I feel like she's not getting it. I don't get the connection.
Okay, so Viva says, my husband is Black, my son is biracial, and it's very hard to watch Emily interact with Kobe. She doesn't seem conscious enough about the state of our country, and there's a subset of white women like this.
Okay.
It could be like weird, like she has fallen back into all of her norms now that she's back in Kansas.
Yeah.
Salina, Kansas. Yes, I think she's fallen into back into old patterns, old habits. She did have that one friend, her gay bestie, but was he really a friend? Let's
No.
just call a thing a thing. I think he was a hired for the day. You get a free meal and you get to be on TV. Smile, and that's it. We'll give you
But
$20.
but have you noticed her and Ari have no friends? Like, are these type of white women shunned? Because I've noticed her and Ari have no female white friends.
Ari has been traveling for most of her adult life to avoid work and live off of her parents. So I don't think she's
there are a
picked
lot
up
of,
any.
when you go traveling, there are a lot of women. There are a lot of people like that who just
I don't
travel and
think
live to know that.
I don't think she's into having friends. I
Mm.
don't. I think she's just into having male conquests and see who she can bring back. Because don't forget, this is her second husband that she's brought from overseas. I don't think she's of the personality that would be engaging with other women. Like I couldn't see myself being friends with Ari because she just seems perpetually unpleasant. Emily, I couldn't see myself being friends with her either because she is a bully and a broke bully at that. So I don't associate myself with people like that.
I think Emily is very insecure, and I think the reason why she bullies her mother, because she bullies her mother and her sister at a rate that's disgusting. And I believe she does that because she has her father's face. And that's all I would say.
Oh, she looks like the father? I gotta look again. I don't know.
But Jamal, do you have anything to say before we go off?
No. I don't even watch 90 Day. I tuned that. No.
I
know
know you don't watch it, but one last thing before I go. What do you think about Thais? Like, I'm very confused. I know she's a prostitute. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. That's a prostitute. I don't, because everything they talk about each other is sex. Everything. Sex, sex, sex. Here's my question.
I remember
and this is, I would enjoy Amy because she's Brazilian.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you feel when Patrick said to his brother, yeah, she's with me. She's not like other Brazilian girls. I felt some kind of way when I heard that.
Okay, so Viva agrees with you that she does look like her dad.
Yeah, she looks like her dad.
I try not to look
Elizabeth
at her.
looked like her dad. Oof. Thank God my dad is good looking. Ooh, God. Could you imagine having an ugly man's face? Ooh. Ooh, Daddy. When you look in the mirror, you're like, damn, his ugly face is on mine. Ooh.
I just think that it was an inappropriate thing to say because it did, but who are we kidding? A lot of these men that go on 90 Day, they do go to these foreign countries for sex travel.
Exactly. But here's the thing. I don't understand why Thais would even allow that. Like, you're not about to be with me and shit on even white American woman. Like, I've had to check some men in Europe. Like, excuse me. No, I'm not. Because I always feel when a man does that, he's saying low key, you're ugly. Like, if a man is comfortable shitting on the woman you come from, he's low key calling you ugly because he has no respect for you.
Oh, I see. Yes. Oh my God. This puts something into a totally different perspective. When I was in Greece, me and my mom were walking and someone came up to us and asked if we were Brazilian. Oh my God.
Well, listen, I already told you being black, how they think you a prostitute when you go in the Middle East, honey. I can't even go and get a piece of, now Pearl, whoever Pearl went with, I gotta go next time. Because, honey, they was like, how much?
You need to stay out the strip clubs. That's what you need to do.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. I know you have a day full. and I will try and watch Caribbean, but I can't do it with that man's hair. It's too toe up.
Well,
TLC.
come back in a couple of minutes. We're doing Seeking Sister Wives. I'm sure that can piss you off too.
That does piss me off with that gremlin.
All right. Ablavi, thanks as usual for coming up. Join us here in a couple minutes. We'll bring your notes. We're doing Seeking Sister Wives next. Jamal, any final comments?
Nope, we're good.
All right. See you guys later.